Hi, what's up? Welcome to Kai Tries. I'm actually super excited for this one because it's been something I've been thinking about doing for a long time now. And recently a friend of mine gifted me some face/body paints so we can finally do it. But we're gonna be trying body painting, or in this case it's just gonna be my face because this is literally the first time I have ever done this in my life. So I want to kind of take it slow, learn the ropes. I've never touched any of this stuff before. It's all laying out in front of me, that's why I'm looking down. I think we're gonna keep it simple. I'm not following a tutorial. I have a reference image. I do have a reference image that I am going off of, but for the most part this is going to be just me winging it, and it's mostly for me to be able to play with these products and see what it's like, because like I said, I've literally never touched body paint in my life, but I'll show you everything I got. So I have some brushes. They're not very big. I know normally for body painting sometimes you want those like really big brushes to cover a lot of area, but since I'm not doing anything with my body quite yet, I figured these would be enough. I actually got this set with the blue handles from Walmart and they are really nice, but I'll leave links in the description if I can find them online. I also have my regular makeup brushes, which I'm not going through all of these because I have a hot mess of a collection. Some random makeup items. So I've got eyeliner, eyelash glue, red lipstick, and I did get this jumbo eye pencil in like a shade of brown because if you guys have ever watched Made You Look by Lex, she uses like a jumbo eyebrow eyeshadow pencil to like map things out on her face, and I thought that was a really smart idea. Because it's easily covered up and blended in, so I did get one of those. I have my most colorful eyeshadow palette because eyeshadows are super helpful with blending. And the piece de resistance, a Mehron, I don't know how to pronounce it. Mehron is how I've been saying it. Palette. And this is their Paradise AQ Pro Face Paint Palette. And it's got 30 colors. It's not like actually 30 colors, it's 30 paint pots, but there's 3 whites and 3 blacks and then all these other colors. And these are water activated. And the reason I went with water activated paints instead of alcohol activated paints is one, water activated paints are cheaper, and the water activated ones I've heard are easier to learn. Now I'm just nervous because now I actually have to do this. Does anyone else get like nervous before they do not just something new but like a makeup look? Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. I hope I'm not the only one. My dog has now joined. I'm sure you can see his wagging tail. He always wants to be involved. Buddy, this is not the time. Mook, can you go lay down? Oh good, we get the butt shot. Hell yeah, you don't even get to see his face. You get to see his butt. Sorry. Okay, all right. I've got my picture. Got my little eyeshadow pen thing. What even is this? Eye pencil. So I am going to do mine slightly different from hers because the unpainted portion of her face she still did her makeup on, but I think I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it plain, and then the porcelain version of her face she just did like a heavy black eyeshadow, but I think I might try to do an actual eye look. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Making moves. I guess I should probably zoom you guys in a little bit. I'm not used to you guys being this close. Oh, this feels a little weird. So she basically just goes, what's going to be the easiest? Okay, this is the easier side for me to see, and I think easier for you guys to see. This is easier for me to work on. So hers just kind of goes, and then she's got also a little like space over here. So I think it is best to avoid the one eye because I don't have to do it at all. So I think I'm going to come down from like here. I do want to come down over top the lips, so kind of very similar to hers actually. And I'm just going to kind of like sketch it in, if you will. And then I think so this whole side's going to be painted. I think she did another piece up near her temple. I think I'm going to put it more down, like actually maybe down here. So I guess now we just jump into it. And why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous? Okay, so these are, like I said, water activated paints. I have my water. And I'm just going to, normally I think I would spritz the paints, but I think I'm just going to dip my brush in the water. I'm just going to be painting all of this. Also, don't mind my little baby hairs and my bangs are pinned up real weird, but you know, the things we gotta do. What do I do about these baby hairs, by the way? Do I just paint them? I have a lot of little baby hairs. Why am I so nervous about this? gosh, what did I get myself into? I'm trying not to go too close to my eye, but I do need to give the illusion that this whole side of my face is white. But I plan to cover up most of this with eyeshadow. Now in terms of like layering the colors, I don't know how well that works with the whole water activated paintness. Okay. I feel very Phantom of the Opera-esque. So the next thing would be the cracks. And I think at first I'm going to try to use the black paint to kind of lay down the lines. And then I think I'm going to go in with my black eyeliner to like darken up some spots. Let's try over here first. Ooh, that's hard to do. That's hard to see. Oh gosh. My hand-eye coordination is awful. Oh my god, I'm afraid. I'm nervous. That was a little rough, but I think that worked. Okay, now the big guy. Okay, so I did try to purposefully make it a little more like squiggly. That way we can work from that. So I guess now we have to add some extra breakage lines. Oh boy. I'm gonna attempt to make these lighter in color by using like just more water, but we'll see. I mean, it's not awful, but it doesn't look the greatest. The black is just too harsh. But it's okay. This is our first try. This is our first try. So in her picture, she does have some cracks that are into the white, especially around her nose. So I think I'm going to try that. I honestly could probably keep working on this forever, but I don't have that kind of time. So I think I'm going to move on to using eyeshadows to try and help. So I'm going to take a really pointy, it's like an eyeliner brush actually, yeah, angled liner brush. And I'm going to take the black and try and like smoke out the edges. Now I don't have much rhyme or reason to where or how I'm putting on the eyeshadow, even though I know I should, because I should be paying attention to like where the light's coming from, how to give it, you know, 3D dimension. But you know what, it's our first time, we're taking it casual, we're just playing. It's okay. Me trying to tell myself things are fine when they're not fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to add the makeup portion to this half. So she kind of uses the blush as like a kind of contour type thing. I'm curious to see how makeup's going to apply over this paint. So it definitely does apply differently, but like, what did you expect? It's sitting on top of face paint. Definitely just rubbed my lips together and ruined that. Good for me. It doesn't look so bad. Okay. Gotta figure out this eyebrow situation. I'm just gonna use eyeshadow, honestly, to fill it in. I'm gonna probably use black on this side and brown on, well actually this one I'm just gonna leave alone because it's supposed to look like my face. Unintentionally a lot darker and blockier than I was planning, but I guess we have to roll with it. I just realized I don't have my tweezers for putting on my eyelash and I don't feel like getting them. So, you know, for having no tweezers, I think that's an okay application, but I do have junk on my bottom line. And the last little bit is a little bit of lipstick. For a first attempt, I don't think it's half bad. The thing I do need to practice though, so I don't know if it comes across on camera, but in person, one, the white is very splotchy, but I know now that I think I can layer up the color, and I need to work on the opacity of like the color. So these black lines are super harsh when in her picture they were kind of more like a gray tone. I do have a gray in the paint palette, and I'm thinking maybe I could have used that and then use some black eyeshadow to make it like a little darker or something, or I just need to figure out how to make the black not so harsh And another thing that I know I need to be aware of, because I mentioned it earlier, but when you're doing like face painting, you have to be aware of where your light source, your fake light source is coming from so that you can get dimension into it, because to get dimension on like a face paint or a body paint, you have to rely on shading and highlighting. You can't rely on actual lighting to do that because it's just not going to work, because the pieces aren't 3D. You have to fake the 3D. So you have to figure out where your fake light source is coming from and then work off of that. I didn't do that, and I said that just because I wanted to mainly play around with the products and see how they worked, how they applied. That's also why I figured this was a good starter look, because then I could see how the colors layered on top of each other. I could see how makeup layered on top of it, which it does work. It applies a little bit differently than you would expect, but I also kind of expected that. But it does, the eyeshadow actually blended into the white fairly well. How it would blend into other colors, I'm not really sure. But it makes sense because a lot of people do put down like a base layer of paint and then go back in with shadows to blend, because it's hard to blend alcohol or water-based paints, because if you're putting another wet thing on top of your already dried piece, it's going to rework this. Like if I were to take a like a brush wet with water and another color and put it on top of here, they're going to start blending together, which could be what you want. You can use that to your advantage. I've seen people do that. But if you're looking for like really harsh lines or gentle shading, it's probably not going to work as well because it'll just get muddy. But yeah, in general, I really enjoyed this and I can't wait to do it more. I don't know if I'll make any other videos about it because this is not like what I'm going to become, but I have always been interested in body painting and face painting. I think it's a beautiful way of art. And for someone like me who's not really good at drawing, but I'm okay with, or well, not to toot my own horn, I think I'm fairly decent now at applying makeup. This is kind of that bridge between the two where I can get something out creatively without having to worry about drawing, because for some reason putting something on my face is easier to follow the lines that already exist versus creating something out of nothing when it comes to drawing something, like literally drawing something, whether it be digital or not, or even painting. Oh my god. But now I'm just rambling, so let me show you close up. I think from a distance I could pull it off, which, you know what? Isn't that the whole point of body paint? Or like if you were to do something from Halloween, no one's looking at you close up, right? So I think I'm going to leave this video here and I'm gonna go wash my face. Hopefully this comes off pretty easily. Like I said, it is water-based, so it's supposedly supposed to come off real easy, but who knows? I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you have any other recommendations for some Kai Tries videos, let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate that. And also if you could like or dislike this video, it just lets me know what you want to see from me or helps me out. Also, if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, because according to my analytics, like 70 to 80% of you aren't subscribed. I'm offended. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching. Bye. You're gonna get hair all over my stuff. Nope, nope. You can't lick my face. I've gotta do stuff. I gotta do stuff. You're very handsome.